Welcome back to Holistic Speaker Training, video number 6. We often get asked, what should I talk about? I don't know what to talk about. This becomes an obstacle to actually saying yes to speaking engagements or to booking the speaking engagements. First of all, I'd like to say if you're waiting to book a speaking engagement or you're waiting to respond with a yes for a potential speaking engagement, just book it. And if they're asking you what the title is, say, that's a great question. Let's set up a time. I'd like to ask you a few questions about the event. Book the talk. Just book it. And it'll force you to get ready. In fact, if nothing else from this video series, book the talks before you're ready. You'll never be ready, completely ready, to give a talk. You need to book the talk, then you'll get ready. That's the mantra. Case close on that. Listen to what I'm telling you. It's in your own best interest. When we get back to what should I talk about, really what you're asking is, how do I write my speech? How do I write the content? Now we have reviewed content in the third video in the series, and we've got the outline, but we're talking about that meat, that center caramel nougat of your talk. And there are really 3 ways to do this. The first way is to find out what turns you on. You really got to bring it back to what are you passionate about and discover this. Now, an example of this for me is recently I did a speech competition with Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a volunteer-run organization dedicated to leadership and communication, particularly public speaking. There are Toastmasters clubs around the world in almost every city and every state. Great resource. And once a year they have the inspirational speech competition. It's an international competition, 30,000 people enter. And I entered to sharpen my skills, to be a great speaker. And in deciding what I was going to speak about, I said, I'm just going to speak about what I'm really interested in. So I spoke about my great-grandparents, Otto and Mary Braun, and their immigration story in coming from the border of Ukraine and Russia, 1927, and then immigrating to the U.S. as ethnic Germans living in Russia, the Soviet Union at the time, and how they couldn't get in, this wonderful story, because it just was meaningful to me and it touched my heart. And this, by the way, I competed and won at many levels of that, and it goes to show you that when you're speaking about something that's passionate, it really it resonates for the audience. People get it and it transmits. So really important first step. The second step is to survey your audience. So I'm giving a talk at a university in Illinois, and probably the same talk for the Collegiate Entrepreneur Organization National Conference in Orlando. It's called You Are the Future of Entrepreneurship, and it's for college students who are entrepreneurs. I don't know what it's like to be a college student right now. I'm 38, it's been a long time since I've been in college, so I thought, what is on the minds of the college student? I contacted the director of the Collegiate Entrepreneur Organization and I said, hey, how could I do some research? How could I connect with some local chapters and ask them some questions? So she forwarded a series of questions to different chapters, and I've been harvesting the answers, and this has given me the exact mindset and the pains and problems and the delights and the dilemmas of the individuals who I'm going to be speaking to. And so this has given me the exact language, and so when I give the talk, it's going to resonate and it'll feel like, wow, this talk was written just for me. And the third step in answering the question, what should I talk about, in writing your presentation, is to research your market. Now for another talk that I'm giving, this is for the American Association of Naturopathic Physicians Conference. I got online and I started reading the journals of the naturopathic industry and profession. I started reading presentation outlines from other people at the event, past presenters, who are the other consultants in the industry. What's the pulse of the industry? Where are things at? How many people are practicing? What are the demographics? What are the statistics? So I can go in and be an expert on the content, and I put together a presentation. Now, interestingly enough, video number 7 is going to talk about when you should be using a presentation, that is PowerPoint or Keynote or Prezi, actually a visual projected presentation. We're going to get into that in the next video. But this third point is getting online and starting to research. There are many tools you can use for online research. Google gives you plenty of tools, but one of the favorite tools that I like to use is I like to type in a topic in a Google search window and include file type :PDF, or file type spelled out FILETYPE, file type : and then PDF next to the search terms. And the same thing with doc or PPT for PowerPoint. And this is going to bring up a whole other type of search content. PDFs from the industry, documents from the industry, and PowerPoints from the industry. And this will help to give you a pulse on what's going on. This is especially important if your presentation is academic, or if there's more intellectual content, or you need to make a case for your expertise in the marketplace. So let's recap. How do I know what to talk about? It's really a question of writing the content in your speech. Video number 3 tells you how to outline the content. This is how you generate the content. Number 1, you write about what turns you on. Number 2, you survey your audience. You get into the hearts and minds of the people you're going to be speaking to, so you know exactly what to say, so that when your audience hears you speaking, they think, wow, this person is speaking, it's like they wrote this talk for me. And number 3, research your market. There are many different tools you can use within search engines. I gave you one idea you can use using search terms plus file type : PDF or PowerPoint or other file extensions. Between these 3 tools, you're going to be on your way to writing content that's going to be fun for you and engaging for your audience. As I mentioned, video number 7 is going to tell you when you should use your PowerPoint presentations and how you can use them effectively. I look forward to speaking to you then.